Machiavelli production. Skirt, skirt, that, broad skirt, tat, that, Brahma bull, rampant, slender, as admired. Machismo's ignited, punk waddles inspired. Rat tat, rip that shit quick, pause that shit, they riff on fleek. Lil Chad's voice, spitting that tea. Unless your name is Steve, call us for free. On the real, that dude's starting to scare me. MADePAP, MADePAP. Oh, an imp is here somewhere.
And what is this? What are we doing here? You may be asking. This is a very special mini MADePAP. MADePAP.
I know what I'm doing here. I'm getting overtime.
Wait. you
Yes.
paid?
And there's no tax on overtime now.
Yeah. Everybody gets a
Yeah!
percentage of the box.
Wait, is this going to be like one of those M&M's commercial where you tell me you're paying me
Wait,
3
that
times
doesn't
more
work.
than you've been paying me already?
3 times
So-
0 is still 0.
Yeah.
As always, I am me. They are them. And this is us. Well, not all of us. Some of us had better things to do. Like, oh, I got a family. Blah, 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 blah. And Imp is not here somewhere. But we will have a special guest that will be joining us soon. His name is Shags. I'll do an introduction when he actually gets here. So, yeah. What were we talking about? We were going to talk about here how Punk is. His
I
mom
don't know how
was
closely
athletic.
we're following the format. Are we still going to be the YouTube equivalent of Braille?
Oh,
because
damn it.
people
No, don't do it.
feel
Don't
us
bullshit.
when
That's
we
not.
speak.
We're never doing a mini MADePAP again. You ruined it. I had a
I don't feel
whole
anything.
new thing.
Did we ruin it or did you ruin it by not remembering your own setup?
Yeah.
And if you would like to give a tip,
I give Slender, thank you for keeping us on track.
No
but
problem.
we're not supposed to be on track because it's a mini MADePAP.
You didn't tell us that the format changed.
Yeah.
Oh, Kitty! What? I don't like the name of Kitty Park at all. I don't know why. Is it really called that? I don't know. Why the fuck would I?
I
be at a
really,
park?
in combination with the first part of this thing about swimming pools, it's a really awkward name.
You know what? Let's
What about a
keep it going.
splash pad? Those are cool.
Oh, I got a new bit. So whoever's in last place, which Punk is right now, has to give a summary of everything that Shags has missed once he gets here.
I am not going into last place.
All right, well, bring your A game. Let's get it going, Chad.
I mean, I think Punk is ready for this challenge. He
You
was
get what
born
you
for
get.
it.
Poor Shags.
All right, Mad, do you know
Was it-
about the
hold on,
history?
sorry, real
Go
quick. Was it a man in a panel van that told you that's what it was called?
Did he offer you candy to go with him?
Look, like my granddaddy always said, you can lick the devil's candy, but don't get in his van. Where's
Wait for the
Levi?
car.
I know,
Like
it's
popsicles?
okay, kid. Your mom sent me to pick you up, and I have candy.
Oh, God.
Vans, people just think vans are evil. I remember when the DC sniper thing was going on, everybody was convinced they were driving around in vans. It turned out to be an old Caprice. Not a van.
Capri Sun?
Caprice.
Yeah,
Chevy
know-
Caprice.
They
Capri
still sell
Suns.
Capri Suns.
Damn
Yeah,
it!
really?
Now I'm thirsty.
I know they still. I get them for my son for his meals when he goes somewhere for needs
the
a lunchbox.
Hagrid actor. Oh, I did see something about that on Twitter. He does look like that dude.
We don't have kids, but we still buy them.
Wait, you buy
You're,
kids?
you're buying
No, sorry.
No.
Capri Suns.
No,
Capri Suns.
no, no. Rephrase.
We don't have them.
That was-
We buy them.
Need
That was
it
a
now.
poorly interrupted yeah.
Sir,
Capri
I believe
Suns.
what you're trying to say is you rent them.
Yes, we rent Capri Suns.
Punkwaddle is an avid order of cheese pizza.
And
Oh.
kids.
No, that's a Pizzagate joke. I got you, Chad.
Thank
But,
you, Med.
My parents bought me. There's nothing wrong with buying a kid, but the way you phrase it to you don't have any.
Did they
but you
ask
still
for a
buy them.
refund?
They should. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you couldn't even get the T-shirt out of the U.S. Army. There's
You fuck.
I mean, I got a backpack, a couple T-shirts. I got all sorts of goodies.
Didn't you get a lot of coins? Doesn't Navy give a lot of coins out?
Oh yeah,
for-
challenge coins. They got stolen though,
Did I tell? Did I
which is
tell
really
you?
annoying because I had a Secretary of Defense coin, which nothing beats that but the President and Vice President coins.
That's awesome. Did I ever tell
Is
you about
this
the
like magic where you're like throwing down the coins and
You go to a bar, you
More like
put down the
pogs.
challenge coin, and whoever has the highest ranked challenge coin, they don't gotta buy drinks.
Oh.
Is that how, does the army have something similar, Med?
I believe they do.
We didn't have time to be going to bars like as a giant battalion. No, listen. Did I ever tell you about the general that refused to give me a coin?
Oh, what
Okay.
a
No,
dick.
but I'm sure that you were probably very
we had a little
polite to
beef.
him.
We had a little beef when I was in Iraq. What happened was we were bolting these like the ballistic proof glass off the Humvees, but we're putting on the turret of the Bradley, right? And this general who's very high up, well, obviously he's a general, but they sent somebody out to take pictures, and the guy was like, "Hey, can you two?" It was Brandon and I. Can you two stand up in the turret so we can see what it looks like with people? Yeah, we did that, right? And we had our sunglasses on top of our head. Now, Slender would tell you that all of those high-ranking officers, they have a pet peeve. You know what I mean? Like Sergeant Majors with the grass. This guy's thing was, do not have your sunglasses on top of your fucking head. I don't know why, but that was his thing.
Hmm.
And
It's just dumb shit that they come up with.
yeah. So so they're doing their slideshow and everything, and they see it.
And
He
you're
asked-
out of uniform.
No, we were in uniform. Hey, Shags is here.
Shags.
Ah, fuck.
That was a great intro.
Thanks, Shags, for being here. All right, so
What?
this-
What?
Hey,
just-
Sherry.
He's gone. That quick?
Oh, look.
he's probably
it's-
trying to fix his stuff. Wait, I'm gonna try to make the story quick because I do want to get this done. All right, anyway, so we get in trouble for that,
But
right? We get-
that is a uniform thing, right? Like they don't
I
want you to have
guess.
your
I
sunglasses
don't
on
know.
top of
Who
you.
gives a shit? We're in
It's
fucking
stupid.
Baghdad.
I agree.
Then I was driving the Bradley, and I hadn't driven it since I was at Fort Knox for training, right? But I'm driving it in Baghdad, and the only way I could, when you turn a track, if you don't do it right, it'll just start fucking just jerking. And so the gunner who's looking through the scope, he's bouncing off of the scope. So I would have to power slide all of my turns to be able to do it right.
I don't see a problem with this.
Jax, can you hear us?
I can, but for some reason you guys aren't on my headset, which I don't like.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Okay.
Can you
bueno.
check your settings to
Oh, no.
make sure the
Oh,
output
there
is
we
in the
go.
right spot? Okay.
Okay, I don't know if that's a fix, but
Oh, there we go. And gone.
wait. So whenever I would do these power slide, things would fall, like would fly off the Bradley,
As they do.
right? Like barbed wire, cones, or whatever, and whoever was behind us would have to stop and pick them up for us. We had reactive armor on the side. It's like looks like a block with C4 in it. So when you get hit by an RPG, the blast goes out rather than in.
Yeah, yeah.
A
Familiar.
little echo from you, Shags. Anyway, so the blast would go out. Well, apparently, so we get back and we're doing maintenance on the vehicle, and I said, "Hey, Brandon, come here, man. I'm like, do you see something missing?" He's like, "Dude, we're missing 2 fucking blocks." I'm like,
You
"Oh."
lost 2 panels
Yeah.
of your
I was like,
reactive armor.
How the fuck did that happen? He goes, "I don't know, genius. Maybe one of your power slides."
Were you? It's like, I don't know, Mad, because that's your name, so that's what he
Yep,
called
that's
you.
exactly what he called me.
He's like, I don't know, maybe when you were drifting like it was fucking Fast
I
and
was
Furious.
Yeah, but
down-
don't they teach you that shit at defensive driving school?
Yeah, but not in a track vehicle, not in a Bradley.
Oh.
So anyway, So we go to our we don't know this, so we go to our supply lieutenant, right? And we're like, hey, LT, man, we got to tell you about this. We lost. And he goes, shut the fuck up. He had a lisp. Shut the fuck up and get in here now. He goes, listen, I don't care how you two fucking bastards do it, but you're going to find some more and you're going to put it back on the vehicle before anybody sees it. Like, cool. So we're rolling around looking for random...
Did you peel it off another Humvee or something?
We're rolling around.
That's usually what you do in that situation.
We're rolling around, and we see a whole...
We call it paying it forward. It can be another guy's problem.
We see a whole pallet of reactive armor just in the middle of the motor pool of the base. So we go up. We're grabbing a couple blocks. And Brandon goes, hey, we may want to grab a couple of extras. I'm like, yeah, 100%, because I'm still Tokyo drifting. So
that way we'll have spares for next time.
Yes, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, these Dodge pickup trucks come flying up, and we're like, okay. And someone hops out. He goes, hey, stop right fucking there. I'm like, Brandon, man, you have more time and grade than me, right? So,
so when they've come flying up, though, did they power slide before they got out?
Well, so as Sergeant Major pops out, and he goes, what the fuck do y'all think you're doing?
That's already a problem right there.
So
a little bit.
He goes, what the fuck are y'all doing? That is for the personal Bradley of General blah, 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 right? And Brandon goes, oh, we thought it was community reactive armor. Like, hey, just take a couple if you need it. Real quick. Brandon was so funny, man. Real quick, Eric K sends in a $10 tip. Is this thing on today? It is on today.
So this isn't like the need a plate, take a plate,
Right.
leave a plate kind of jar? No, not.
This isn't where I parked my Bradley. What? I need to go.
So we leave. And
yes, as one would.
Yeah. Oh, we eventually just grabbed it from First ID. Just got there, so they didn't have anybody watching their vehicles. We stole their shit. But
I knew that's what would end up happening.
Yeah. So
yeah, the mission didn't change just because you failed.
So
adapt and overcome.
At that time, there was a meeting happening, right? And our captain couldn't be there, so our lieutenant, our XO, was there, the one with the list, right? And so he comes back, he tells us in the middle of this meeting, the sergeant major comes in, whispers something to him, and the general goes, wait, what were their names? Who the fuck are these guys, and why do they keep fucking with my shit? And he's like, who do they belong to? And our XO was like, those are going to be our guys. They're idiots. They're good guys, but they're fucking idiots. We'll take care of it. Flash forward, I'm already been blown up. I've been at BAMC for a while, and guess who comes to visit his soldiers in the division? Us, right? And he wants to give us a coin. So I'm lined up with some other guys.
Then he sees who it is.
So I'm lined up with the other guys, and he's shaking hands. And when you shake the hand, and the other hand, you get the coin.
Yeah,
right?
you put the coin in your palm, you shake hands, and then the coin just kind of gets handed off in the handshake.
And the whole time he's walking from person to person, I can see him glancing over at me. And when he gets to me, he shakes my hand. He's like, he goes, Mad, hope you're getting better. I'm like, feeling great, sir. Thank you very much. And he goes to the next person. I look, and there ain't a fucking thing in my hand.
You're like, what the fuck?
Since it was public, you should have been like, General, excuse me.
Did you forget something? No, fucking that vindictive bastard. And you know what? I've always said this. I'm not going to do it. But if I ever wrote a book about my life, I would shame the shit out of him. What's up, man?
I mean, pretty fucked up that you get blown up
Right.
in an IED attack, and
Well-
he's still like, nah, I'm not giving that dickhead a coin.
To be fair, we did try to steal his shit. But
But to be fair,
Yeah.
it was community property.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Was there
it
a
belongs
label on
to
it?
the Department of Defense, does it not?
Was it tagged? Was it like
Was it tagged?
Here's the other thing: how often was he going out in his Bradley?
Right?
Like
Exactly.
Let's dispense with the bullshit that he was running around in his personal Bradley doing anything.
All right. Shags, you there, brother?
I am here. I'm just kind of chilling, listening. I don't really know what this story is about, so I'm just letting you guys finish up.
That was just my story. Yeah, so
That
that was a
was-
personal story. Now we're getting into the real story.
That was a
Woo.
anecdote.
yeah, this is how we warm up.
Nice.
Is that worth stealing for you, Mad? A anecdote?
Hold on. Let me write that down.
I don't even have my pen and paper with me. Unprepared.
It's weird how you sounded better before you fixed it.
Well, then he'll break
Wait, do
things
you have the
again.
wrong mic? I know you don't have a mic, but are you miking through the computer or through your ear?
It's just my earbuds. What's wrong exactly?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing's wrong. It just sounds bad, is what you're saying.
No, bro, you sound perfect, and I'm so thankful that you're here as a guest, and I'm not turning you down right now.
Should I fall on this grenade? It's a little echoey, like you're in an empty room.
I am in an empty room.
That's
Like my
probably
house
why,
is nearly
then.
empty. Yeah, my house is like pretty much empty right now.
You know what you need to do? You need to put up Elgato wave panels in your kitchen, like I did.
My wife will love that. She'll be thrilled.
Then put up some more in the bathroom, like Mad did.
I don't know.
I guess I could go outside. Would that be worse?
I don't
It's-
know. I don't think so.
It's really windy out today, so that's why I'm not sitting
Oh,
outside.
okay. Well, you're fine. Just jump in when you want to. There's no. It's a little chaotic, but Chad is going to start us off on this story that we are learning
Yeah.
tonight.
First one, we have two. So we're going
Oh.
to start with number one. How familiar is everybody with the history of swimming pools in the United States?
Watering holes?
No,
Not
like
at all
legit
familiar.
swimming pools. Because it's an interesting story that Mad has curated that involves a lot of male nudity. So let's go.
Oh, that's why he couldn't wait till next week to talk
Wait,
about this
What?
subject.
Oh,
I was looking at the chat. What happened? Did somebody
Nothing.
say dick?
Don't worry.
I thought this was Mad's new channel, so we were turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, I'm not gay no more. I will not carry a purse.
All right,
I will
so
He didn't come over to the other side, Punk Bottle. He just straddles the line now.
so the first municipal swimming pool was opened in Philadelphia. And with
It's already funny because it's Philly.
Yeah.
with the idea by the city fathers decided that it would be a good idea because it would essentially function as a large scale public bath for the heathen working class
Is that why they
lack-
use chlorine?
who lacked bathing facilities in their homes.
The heathen
Gross poor
working class.
Why?
We're not going to be able to get them to bathe themselves, but if we put a giant, like, pool of water somewhere
Wait.
and give them access to it, maybe they'll not smell so bad.
What year was this?
The story doesn't give it's as the year.
Okay, because
It would have been in the 1800s.
I was gonna say, a century before the Satanic Panic, it was like y'all heathens smell bad.
Because they did.
But they did. So this wasn't like a panic thing. This wasn't like, oh, Pantera is the devil. Don't listen to the music. This was, you guys stink like shit. Go wash.
So we're going to
know-
use government funds to make a
Oh,
public bath for you.
I should have made the joke of, the reason why they have to tell streamers and people who game at home, when they go to a con to bathe.
Shags, don't be offended by this. I'm only moving you two so I can move him down later. Because I feel like he's going to have one of those nights.
All right.
Okay.
We
I
kind of
don't. Is Shags familiar with this concept?
You're right. So whenever somebody says a bad joke, they get moved down. Wait, how the fuck did I get moved down, Slender?
I have not once moved anybody on this panel. I just figured you knew where I belonged and you put me there to start.
That was me. I moved you when you didn't do your intro right.
Oh.
I give too much power to people. All right, go on.
I mean, you didn't. So, all right. So, quickly, this plan descended into problems because local young men, thinking this was just like their normal watering holes, caused the pool to descend into roughhousing and fights. Because this is Philadelphia.
This is Philly. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 days
Well,
after.
wait, I
Is it-
guess I
Is it
guess
West
pictures.
Philly?
Oh God! Don't skip. You know what? Just for the attempt. Anyway, First Prince of Bel-Air. That's what he was going for.
Born
West
and
Philadelphia.
raised on the playground is where I
God damn,
spent
look what
most
you
of my
did, punk.
days.
I was chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and shooting some people. Because I got to finish it now.
Outside of the school,
Do you-
and
do
a
you
couple
think
of
that-
guys who were up to no good.
Started
Started
making
making
trouble.
trouble in my neighborhood.
I got in one little fight. My mom got scared.
Said you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
Well, Chad ruined it. So
Yep.
I know. I
Moving
wanted
on.
because we because we got to get to the part that
Oh.
within 4 days riots were breaking out.
So what year was this?
Yeah.
There's no official year, but it's
The
prior
Philly
to
pool.
1885 because the first YMCA swimming pool opened in Brooklyn in 1885. So it was
So in
before
like
that.
150 years, Philadelphia has not changed.
not changed. No. Oh, I gotta.
Philadelphia is like a crocodile. They achieved perfection in terms of so they just haven't changed.
Evolutionarily, they're done.
They revel in their shittiness as people. Like I
They
have a whole
100%
nother story.
do.
I have a whole nother story about Philadelphia fans, sports fans, and it's not just them throwing snowballs at Santa. They should not be allowed to.
Bill Burr's
congregate.
rant on the Opie and Anthony virus tour at the
Yes.
Philly show is one of the best things he's ever done in his entire career.
And he was 100% right about everything he said.
And he's doing his countdown. You guys built a fucking statue to Rocky. You've got real athletes from your city, you racist fucks.
All right. So
Google says that the first public swimming pool in the U.S. opened in 1868 at the Cabot Street Bath in Boston. Just that's what
all
Google
right,
says.
So it's,
Well, then my stories are provided by Mad. Any fact checking should be aimed at him.
so one rule we have on the show.
Was it like your grandpappy says, never let the facts get in the way of a good
story. Yeah, never let the
Oh,
truth get in the
yeah.
way of a good story. But all of this is true.
Okay. What is true is that within 4 days, riots were breaking out at the swimming pool because they were telling their young
real
men that they had reached capacity. So they instead decided to riot.
Real quick, Shags, the reason why this isn't listed as a first pool because it was a bath. It wasn't a pool. It was supposed to be for bathing for dirty hippies and homeless people.
We don't need to hear your excuses about why you didn't double
It's
check
just-
and fact check your sources. It's fine.
It is a
We won't let it get in the way of a good
categorization
story.
issue.
So,
I deserve that. You're right.
so here we go. Police officers eventually restored order with a liberal application of their billy clubs.
We should
It
do like
doesn't
a-
say that, does it?
Yes, it does because this is written
This
by
is
Mad.
written by Mad.
I feel
Oh.
like we've dealt with billy clubs before.
I have another story about Mayor what was his name, Rizzo from Philly. That's another
Ratso
good one.
Rizzo from the Muppets.
Yeah, I think we need to make billy clubs great again.
Yeah, man, I like the banana baton myself.
Which
It's a
one's that?
collapsible baton.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Asp
like the
makes some.
asp? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's made by banana. What's better about it is it has a button at the bottom of it so that you can collapse it without having to bang it on the ground like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at those before.
They're nice.
P24 is also a collapsible one, but it looks more like that old school nightclub with the handle.
So Matt, if I told you that within 4 days they had to send officers out to put down a riot, what do you think Philadelphia's thought would be about their swimming pool experiment?
It worked.
It did, in fact, result in them thinking it worked. They went on to build 9 more.
That
And
would be like,
to
hey,
be-
let's go kill 9 more George Floyds.
So they proved to be incredibly popular, averaging attendance of at least 144,000 people at each pool over the summertime. The city fathers were happy because the pools were said to attract lower classes and street gamers. And
Street
keep them-
gamers?
People
That's
throwing
what's written.
dice?
Well, they're plugging up their Ataris. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
don't-
think Ataris existed back then. I think they were
Yeah.
probably shooting dice.
yeah,
You know,
they're
Like
or
the
throwing
old
bones.
school Yeah,
I'm
land
basically
parties.
Ron Burgundy over here. I'm just reading what's here.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
You think like they would have the pool manager come by every once in a while and just empty out a whole bunch of soap into the pool?
Well, that's a good point because municipal pools were intended to be public baths, so they didn't actually have like pre-showers for the pools, and
Originally, chlorine wasn't used to disinfect pools.
So
it was
the-
used to disinfect the people in the pools.
so these were effectively full of dirty bathers plunging into the water, rubbing their skin clean of the dirt
And
muck.
touching each other.
Yeah,
Like a
so-
soup of homelessness, of hobo. It's a hobo soup.
I've had a hobo dinner before, but hobo soup sounds awful.
So, springboarding off the success in Philadelphia, the YMCA introduced their first swimming pool in Brooklyn in 1885. And over the course of the next 25 years, pools became a major source of sustainable revenue for the YMCA. At that point, it was also at this point in time, drowning was the second leading cause of death for boys under the age of 16 after disease. So the YMCA also felt that it would be beneficial to have pools and offer organized lessons teaching and swimming.
Actually,
Only-
that's a pretty common statistic. We have a safety briefs we do in the military called Critical Days of Summer. You know what the number one killer of military personnel in the summer is?
Gonorrhea.
Drowning.
DWI.
It's
Really?
drowning. It is fucking
Wait,
drowning.
I'm sorry, in the Navy.
In all branches.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Well,
The
not
Navy
cool.
is
I'm not saying
included,
it's cool
but-
that they're drowning. What I'm saying is cool. It wasn't just because that would be a weird thing for the Navy to have. Their second lead of cause of death is drowning. You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised how many people in the Navy can't swim.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not swimming when you're on a giant, like.
dude, I'll tell you what. You could
Aircraft
tell who was
carrier.
from the city and who was from the country when everybody hit the pool that first time in basic training. A lot
Speaking
of
of
people swam
drowning-
like rocks.
Can we have a moment of silence for Theo Huxtable for just a moment?
All right.
Great.
So I'm with a small time Republican actually saying his name, which was Malcolm Jamal Warner.
He was great on Community. He was also great in this show with what's his name from 8 Seconds.
Are you thinking of the guy from Beverly Hills
Yeah,
90210 where it
They
was
were-
a post-apocalyptic thing with
Yes.
Sean Astin,
Yes.
and he was the prophet from God who could see things,
Yeah, this is a great show.
and Rebecca Gayheart was his girlfriend who was actually a traitor.
Okay, you know way more about it than I remember.
I only know because my father was rewatching this show like 2 weeks ago.
It's good though, right?
Yeah.
You have it on the Plex?
No, it was on like Ion TV or something.
Who the fuck is subscribed to Ion TV?
An
don't have
elderly
to.
retired sergeant major who doesn't want to deal with technology.
Does he still yell at people if they step on his grass?
He has yelled at people who have gone on his grass. There's a neighbor who was walking their dog, and they're on the part where it's the street side, so it's not even technically your property, and it was get off my grass.
Oh man! For those that don't know, for whatever reason in the Army, sergeant majors, which is the highest rank you can get enlisted, they don't want people walking on their grass, and so you get yelled at if you're seen on their grass.
Well, and the worst part is they make other people mow it.
Yeah,
It's like, that's not even your good work. Fuck
Right?
off.
My father was so popular as a sergeant major. He when he retired, the civilians in charge of the general U.S. Gov recruiting put a flag on his name so he couldn't get a job for 2 years.
what?
Because he had at one of the assignments he got into a fight with the person who was the lead civilian at the base, and this woman went on to be the head of like HR and recruiting for the Northern Virginia
Vindictive.
region, and she personally was not allowing his resume to go up until a general in charge of an agency called down and said, "Why am I not getting this resume?" And they tried to say, "Well, he wasn't qualified." And you know, man, what generals say when they hear no.
They
The
don't
general
hear no.
basically said, "Shut the fuck up! I want this on my desk by the end of the day."
Dude. Eric K with a $5 tip. Thank you, Eric. Says, I think Theo, Malcolm Jamal Warner, should have thought twice, oh boy, about visiting the Obamas. Oh God. And for sure, he should not have gone swimming.
I didn't
Oh
know
no, I did
Malcolm
not
Jamal
even put
Warner
these
was
two
a
things
chef.
together.
Yeah. I know that there were
You
marital
didn't tell
problems.
me shit. Sorry, somebody was yelling at me in the background about something. No, I didn't put this
That's
together.
probably because that somebody gave you some good advice and you didn't listen.
I honestly, this was not on purpose that we're doing an entire water episode a day after he drowned.
I mean, we did get messages just today saying you needed to have a very quick episode tonight.
Okay, we go on.
All
Yeah,
right.
and if I read it correctly, it was this really excited, out of the blue, guys, I need to do a stream tonight. Like you had just found something out and wanted to be as offensive as possible.
I feel so bad. Can we do a different story?
The next story also involves a lot of water, so
I know. Yeah.
and drownings.
I was
too,
wondering
so.
why I wanted to do these. It makes sense now.
Did
I
you
mean,
get Mad got incepted?
It's Shark Week. We already talked about sharks, so we got to do water things.
Look, you can be inspired by anything.
Yeah. So
Oh, man.
so back to the Y, which was now offering organized lessons and teaching the fastest swim stroke that was known to man at that time. Shags, do you know what that stroke was that the Y was teaching these young men?
I'm just gonna say the breaststroke.
It's the only stroke we know.
I thought it was the American crawl.
It was the crawl stroke.
Okay.
Yep. Now, what's interesting is that at this time, boys were required to swim nude. This was because
Hell yes.
swimsuits
What do you mean required?
swimsuits at the time were made of wool, and the fibers would clog the pool's relatively lame filtration systems. So nude swimming was enforced to make sure the pool's filters didn't break.
oh, is
Women
this
were
why they
allowed
were-
to wear swimsuits.
Maybe
though.
we should.
Hold on,
Aw,
but it
never
only
mind.
was. Hold on, repeat that last part.
Women were allowed to wear swimsuits.
Ain't that some bullshit?
That
Well-
seems like gross inequality.
Well, I just
Yep.
want to also say that maybe it's why later some men were referred to as grape smugglers wearing the Speedos, because before they could tell.
What is happening, punk?
You've never heard of grape smugglers?
Yeah, I guess that was a leap. I feel like you've been like, I gotta get grape smugglers on here somehow, some point. I'm going to do it.
Okay,
He
you
says
guys
he doesn't have a notepad, but he wrote that down.
You
I feel
gives me
like,
too much credit that I think about what I do before I talk.
I think that we're in a Super Troopers situation where Punk was given certain things he had to work into the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right
License
now.
and registration, chicken fuckers.
Hold on, I need
right.
to take a drink from my liter of cola.
all right, meow. Let's get going.
All right. In 1906, Edwin Foster, a Northwestern Medical School graduate who was working at the YMCA, because that's what you do when you're a med school graduate,
Well, because the anatomy, the male anatomy, you're gonna study it.
was he decided to test the water and discovered that the water at the YMCA pool was contaminated. Oh my God! Shock.
What?
Who
This-
would have thought?
With
This
what?
was going to this proved to be a major threat to the business income of the Y, because at the time cholera and typhoid were known to be transmitted through water, and these diseases were still causing widespread epidemics at that time.
Well,
in
and those are
19
very
Wait.
common diseases among the Poe.
Hold on. So you had to pay to go in to get into a soup of cholera and what else?
Typhoid?
Typhoid. You had to
Bear
pay
in mind,
them.
so the first pool opened in 1885, so no one thought to test the water till 21 years later.
They never
21
changed the
years.
water. They never.
Well, that's what they started doing, Punk. In 1906, the YMCA adopted a standard procedure to drain the pool and refill it once a week. So they drain it, clean the pool, and then refill it. The refilling of pools stayed as a standard policy into the 1920s. In one case in Spartanburg, South Carolina, a 45,000-gallon pool was actually emptied and refilled twice a week up until the 1920s. Water savings. That's what we
Oh
believed
my
in.
god.
You know what's wild though is like I just like heard it, like learned about all this, like our idea of like sanitation and like germs is such a new thing because we hear this like, why are people just swimming in like 4-month-old water? Like why don't they know it's like drain bath water after a while? You know, like we're like
Yeah.
we like people then just didn't realize it, and it was such a modern thing that it's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so gross.
Yeah, in
We-
1906, that same med school graduate was also fighting to explain to people, yes, in the prior to surgery, you should wash your hands.
Yeah,
Wash your
Was
hands,
this same
yeah.
guy?
which only started at 1900.
Right.
Yep.
A reference point we use a lot because we talk about things about this time of, yeah.
Now, what's interesting for people who are fans of the MADePAP, 1909 is approximately the same time that our Boer War veterans were coming over to the United States and lobbying Congress to bring over hippo meat as something that would help feed
Not
the
just the meat,
population
the-
of
the
America.
Hippos. Yeah, the hippos.
Yeah, they could
There was a
become
meat
a
shortage.
They're
they
going to
could
be our
become
next buffalo.
a new staple product.
No. Either you're watching it on delay, and I know you're not. You waited too soon. You should have done this earlier. Ignored, blocked, banned.
Maybe
Wow,
they-
just
I
all
need
the
to learn how to
things.
I don't know if you
People.
should do that before the Madden shows up magically at your door.
Yeah, and you're gonna say this on my my birthday month and a half.
I mean, it's 8 days till the beginning of your birthday month.
Well, actually,
Soon, Mad's birthday will never end.
if only.
So,
Yep.
so with all with all these new commitments to cleanliness, men and boys continued to swim naked, just as they had in the rivers and farm ponds before pools.
But real quick, if you're referring to Dr. Buckley and the goat testicles, most of those he never injected them, and he didn't hook them up to anything until way later on.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah, I think 1909 is also approximately, for the MADePAP fans, when Nikolai Tesla was working on building his death ray plans. Well, so,
It's a big year.
in 1909, the New York Times covered a
Here
swim
we go.
meet where families attended. 40 schools competed with around 1,000 spectators watching. And apparently being nude in front of people was less important than speed. So the youngsters discovered in their trial heats that their swim trunks impeded them and they could swim faster nude like the other competitors. So thereafter, boys swam in their natural state like tadpoles through the many heats until a winner was crowned.
Mad, are you taking poetic license?
No,
That's
this
not
is
me.
what's-
That's the New York Times. That's a
This
quote
was
from them.
this is from the New York Times as relayed by our host.
Okay.
I guess some of the reporters back then were more eloquent than others.
So luckily, by 1910, the first pool recirculating pump
Wait,
was
re-
installed,
real-
and
real
by
quick.
1913, chlorine chemicals were being added to the water.
Real quick. So in that article, whatever, they had a picture of the boys competing in this swim event or whatever.
We're gonna talk about that. That comes
Okay,
up
all right.
later.
You're right. All right, go on.
So so now we're getting into the era of chlorine because the entire United States had just determined that chlorinating water might be a good idea, and they
Might
were,
be.
might
Just
be a good
might
idea.
be.
And they were the federal government was just beginning to actually require public water be cleaned and chlorinated, and wool bathing suits were also on their way out with new fibers used to make modern bathing suits, and in the 1920s, so now men had more comfortable swimming alternatives that didn't shed the fibers that would, clog the pumps.
And so obviously everyone started wearing them.
No, Mad, nude swimming was not going anywhere. In 1926, the American Public Health Association published its first guidelines for swimming pool management, and the guidelines specifically recommended that males instead take a soapy shower before they swim, and they swim nude.
Ugh.
Undyed tank suits were recommended for females.
It's bullshit, right?
Double fucking standard. Not acceptable.
So at the same time, inspectors were added to
I'm
check
sorry?
the male swimmers before they got in the pool.
What?
Part of the standard job of an aquatic director was to inspect men before they jumped in the pool, checking for signs of venereal diseases, open wounds, or indications the swimmer might have
Oh
an
my
infectious
God,
disease.
They had cock watchers at the pool?
Before you get
Where
in,
do I sign up?
before you are allowed in the pool, I'm gonna have to taste it. But no,
Oh,
my
no,
God.
no,
would go after
no.
this job. Be like, hey,
That's
do
a
you have
smegma too soon.
Hold
do you
on a
have
second, Matt.
opening for
Matt.
penis inspector?
Were you doing this at the Brahma compound pool? Is that what you were doing at your bro over?
Yeah, I inspected
Probably.
Garrett's penis.
That's why he never got into the pool.
That's why he doesn't come on your show, man.
Oh, get shit.
Oh, Shag's coming in off the top rope, going after
Oh.
Mad where it hurts.
Why did he
Oh,
go
no.
up?
No, he went down.
You
He didn't
moved
go
up
up.
because Shags went down.
Oh.
Yep.
Shags pointed out someone who's got a high standing on YouTube not going on Mad Show, so
I've never asked him, but 5 times.
Listen, okay? Chad, you
Who's
know we don't
counting?
like the truth around here, so.
I think we ended every midweek hump with Matt asking for Garrett to come on.
That was. Oh,
You get one free bad joke, punk.
I'll do them all night.
I mean, I'll let it loose
Don't
when
waste it
it feels
now.
right. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
waste it now.
All right.
so in the book of in a book titled "The Sanitation of Bathhouses" by William Paul Gerard,
There's
nude
a book?
swimming is encouraged alongside a pre-swim physical examination. Much can be done to keep water in a swimming pool this is from the book sanitary by efficient supervision and management of the bathers, Gerhard wrote. A physical examination of bathers while nude to exclude the diseased is much good, but it is difficult to enforce except in the YMCA buildings, schools, or military baths. So the gay bathhouses,
Natural kill.
unfortunately, were a problem.
Well, I mean, this,
Ask,
this
don't
sounds
tell.
like every bathhouse was a gay bathhouse.
So let me get this straight. The dudes are getting checked for all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
The VDs, but like the ladies are just like, you just suit up and get in there. It's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
That's-
I feel like there's like
It was such a great time because you could be openly like grossed out by women and nobody call you gay.
In
You
fact,
know-
Matt, that's right, because we've got from the Ironwood Daily Globe in 1926. These are the official rules. Boys shall not be permitted to use suits while swimming. Girls must wear swimming suits, preferably cotton. All instructors in charge of classes consisting of either boys or girls shall wear swimming suits. So there you go.
At least they had the instructors wear them.
Yeah,
No,
it
that
was
doesn't
noted
actually make
that,
it better,
women,
does it?
It was noted that
Not
women
really at all. That might make it worse.
So it
If
was
you think
noted
about
that
it too
at
hard.
the time, women didn't actually swim in pools nearly as much as boys and men.
Yeah.
I don't know. At the time, female athleticism was disdained.
Wait,
In the
As it should be.
1930s, doctors were writing books that claimed athletic women gave birth to ugly children.
oh, now I get it. Wait, what?
For those in chat who don't know what we're talking about right now, we may have asked Punkwaddle if his mother was athletic when he first arrived tonight.
Go on.
All right.
Oh, no, I get
The
it.
public school board responsible for schools with pools also had to abide by the state public health and APHA pool management guidelines. So, nude swimming was encouraged at schools. Swimming nude continued for years without anyone questioning it.
Who?
Even a
Why?
few-
Why would they?
Even a few months after the U.S. entered World War II, Regulation L85 was implemented. This mandated the minimum use of cloth for clothing since it was needed for munitions, so it became patriotic for men and boys to continue to swim.
For your country, boys.
For country.
Oh boy.
That's amazing.
Hey, Billy, what's up with your swim trunks? You hate America?
No.
You, hey, Billy, why are you wearing swim trunks? Are you part of the Jap conspiracy to take over?
So like they're jumping into the pool, waving their American flag naked.
Yeah, that's what they're waving.
America!
Something's waving as they jump in the pool. It's not a flag.
So
And then
this
suddenly
commitment,
all of the instructors are at full mast.
so nude swimming was so common, it went so far that newspapers and magazines published photos of naked boys swimming, and without any problem. In 1941, Life magazine published a photo of young boys in a shower as part of a spread on the concept of democracy.
On the concept of democracy.
Taking a camera into a boys' locker room at a school and photographing teenage boys completely naked while showering, then printing them.
Why am I
photo-
here tonight? What happened?
Hold on. Little fit. Hold on.
Is this a setup?
Taking up an entire half page for the world to look at was considered perfectly appropriate.
This is starting to feel a bit like a setup.
No, listen. They had their addresses under the photo.
Wait, yeah. So in the next edition of Life, where they published letters to the editor, not one letter was received complaining about the half-page photo spread of the nude young men.
It really was a different time.
In 1940, the Sheboygan Press published nude photos of a boy swimming along with his address. And here's the quote: "There's one striking difference between the boys and girls at the recreation department swimming classes in Central High on Saturday mornings. The girls wear suits, the boys pretend that the pool is some old swimming hall and go in minus everything except their dignity."
No.
They lost
No,
that
they
too.
don't.
So under the picture that was taken, it said, "Victor Chink Reynolds," Chink is in parentheses because that's his nickname, "who lives at 1530 Clare Street Avenue, demonstrates the correct diving technique for his fellow swimmers."
Listen, first of all, his name is Chink. He is not Chinese. Look, in that, like, getting a doctor high.
Is this going to get into another poll situation like with Sherry the other show?
I think there's already a full situation with the
I saw your
instructor.
son in the paper. Can Chink come out and play?
They don't even need to ask anybody. They have his address. They're just driving the van over.
You know,
Yeah, this is a weird time.
I'm not trying to call out the thing. I just was talking with somebody else earlier about the Vishojo thing and how people don't want their addresses and how people are concerned about getting doxxed on the internet. But no, just put out their pictures and their address. Yeah. Just,
Well, this was all pre-internet, and I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
in
so
their
only the-
defense, like I used to leave the house at sunrise, and my parents had no idea where I was for the whole day.
Right. Same
Well-
here.
Till they saw the
But-
newspaper where Slender was jumping in, demonstrating proper diving technique.
With his buddy Chink.
Yeah,
I'm
me,
sure-
me and Chink, we were kicking ass.
I'm sure the moms cut that out of the refrigerator and put it on,
Oh, you know
Nice.
they did.
that's my boy.
Oh, go on.
Swimming, there began to have pushback against swimming nude in
Why?
the late 50s. Automatic chlorination systems were present, controlling contamination in pools. medicine, modern medicine was conquering polio and making people feel very comfortable.
You can get
that they
polio
could-
from being in the water with a polio kit.
It's more like Shags was saying. People got comfortable that washing hands, we can,
Okay, yeah.
cleanliness is something we can manage, with modern commitment to all these things. But according to the
Instructors
APH,
were having sword fights with the students. Things were
Is that
happening.
when they started implementing cleanliness is next to godliness?
yeah, no, that was in the Renaissance during the Black Plague.
Oh, they should have had a resurgence of that.
Because even though we figured it out hundreds of
Wait.
years prior to that, they all forgot after the plague went
Hang on,
away.
Because
are you
those
for real?
heathens didn't bathe.
Is this true? Small town Republic. FDR got polio from swimming.
I want to know.
I mean,
I
I
gotta-
thought it was the gay sex.
Yeah, I think polio is something that is like you can contract. Like it's not like I don't know if it's like airborne, but it's not like yeah, it's something that's was easily contractable. Like
Ugh,
maybe it is airborne. I don't know.
man, if we need to bring back polio checks before you get in the pool. That's on your penis, right?
I think there's a difference between a poll check and a polio check.
All right, Jed, go ahead.
All right.
with
Unfortunately,
that.
the APHA continued to require nude swimming in spite of the general public starting to move away from it.
Yeah, people are slowly like, yeah, this is weird, right?
In 1961, the small town of Menashaw,
1961, this is still happening.
Wisconsin, high school boys and their parents petitioned the school board to allow them to wear trunks to swim practice.
Yeah. We don't like the way the gym teacher is staring at us while we swim.
Wait,
And
by the
what
way,
was-
So here's a quote from the story at the time. The boys were affected morally, physically, and psychologically by forcing them to swim in the nude, one of the mothers noted at the meeting of the school board. But the
Well, not to
petition was
mention
voted
have-
down.
Have you ever met high school girls? They must have had ranking lists, and
Yeah.
oh, no,
every
they-
boy knew who was at the bottom of
Yeah.
that list.
They weren't allowed
by
to
the
swim at
way,
the same time.
you know that the swimming pool is not kept heated.
Oh yeah, man, they're setting. They're
The
they're
water was
standing.
cold, I swear.
I'm a grower, not a shower. I swear.
Hey, that's the truth. That's a real thing.
All right. Sad little turtle Mad, it does say that it's a real thing.
He's only sad when it's cold.
It's wild. It took like 80 years for someone to speak up and be like, "Oh, this is like, it's like really hurting my
Yeah.
my son's self-esteem and his like what?"
Sounds like your son's a bitch.
But remember, Shags, it took them 80 years to speak up, but the all-male school board voted down the petition and said that claiming swim trunks would be too expensive. They also said swimming nude builds a man's character. This is
Back
a
in my
further
day,
quote. Physical education considers that this experience is a good one later in life. For example, the armed services where the disregard for privacy is real and serious, the director of the board noted. So the board used as an example that you had to take communal showers and things in the military as for why these boys need to just get over it and swim naked.
Yeah.
I mean, I
They
know
need to
that.
grow up.
Well, I know that what in the '60s they just, the people who were adults then had just lived through some wars, but the expectations that would continue to be so was a little bit bleak.
Hey Tina. By the way, that's a great movie, Porky's. Real quick though, so we're in the '60s right now, which means that all of your grandparents and some of your parents were swimming nude at school. Well, your dads.
Uh-huh.
Well, a lot of those old films, they were, they all depicted high school showers as being, them being nude. Even
Because they well showers.
yeah,
are
no,
nude.
that's what's crazy is like, yeah, just like one generation and a half ago, basically, is like when this was
right,
all
so,
like.
so here's a fun fact, and now mess with your head. The Sandlot was set in 1962.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, I've heard this
shit.
stat, I think.
Yeah, so bear in mind that means that if it was authentic, Wendy Peppercorn really would have known what she was
Oh.
getting with Squints.
That's true.
That's such a great movie.
Put the moves on the lifeguard, man.
Oh, I've read an article from Takaku or whatever, maybe one of them, talking about how
Kotaku?
talking about how that kid is a rapist and sexually assaulted her.
Oh my god!
with the
You
kid.
just can't have fun.
No.
Don't have fun watching movies.
She married him, so
And they had
clearly
like a dozen
it
kids.
fulfilled all her fantasies, and she was like,
Well-
"Do it again."
That's her internalized
And they had like 14
sexism.
kids, didn't they?
Yeah, and they bought the drugstore, had about a dozen kids, and are happily married to this day.
Well, not to this day.
Also-
I'm sure they're dead by now.
Also, fun fact: that
They would
pool
still be alive. He was
is like
born in like
10 minutes.
1950. He'd be like 75, man.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you know what year it is?
The Sandlot
Oh,
was
you're
set in
right. I did the
1960.
math.
1950 to 2025 is
Hold on now.
75 years.
You're right.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Obviously, I don't know years in math. What were you saying, Shags?
Or that the pool that they filmed at the Sandlot is in Ogden, Utah, where I was living.
Oh,
So
nice.
It's like 10 minutes away from where I used to live.
Oh, so if it was like real life where the swimming pool was set, he would have had 3 lifeguard wives, not just the one.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
was
it took
Utah,
a
yeah.
second. I got it.
So after all the public pushback by 1962, the American Public Health Association finally dropped the nude swimming recommendation. And their reason was that it was no longer required to preserve public health.
Wait, how did it? Wait, hold on. How did it preserve the public health?
Because you could see if someone was coming in there
Oh.
with venereal disease. and
Okay, good point.
problems.
Oh.
Solid. Yeah, that actually. Yeah, okay, that checks out.
Because of the certified pecker checkers.
Yeah.
Okay, you know,
How long have you been sitting on that one?
I've been biding my time. waiting
I'm
for the
just
right
really
moment.
glad that he didn't try to switch the avatar to it.
No.
Also,
After I found out what inspired Mad to do this impromptu episode, I feel bad about the picture I did make.
It was unconscious. It was. I wasn't. It
It
wasn't.
was
the business of-
unconscionable, Mad. It was
No, that's,
unconscionable.
that's not what I'm saying. I didn't put the two together. I was like, man, I really want to do these two stories. I don't know what inspired me, but now I know.
Now, do we really? Here's the thing. Here's a question. Serious one. We all think that this was somehow some like silly thing that they kept doing, but they end up dropping the nude swimming requirement and the inspections, and a couple in like 15 years later we have AIDS. So I'm just saying maybe they.
Oh my
could've-
God! You think that they made that monkey put on a swim trunks?
So it couldn't tell, man. In those bathhouses, they
Oh.
couldn't see what was up.
yeah.
Well, you can't see AIDS from the outside, though.
You can smell it.
It was the bathhouses. It's always been the bathhouses.
It smells gay. Go on, we move. Move on.
So the YMCA also at this point began to admit females, with
Boo.
each location being allowed to decide for itself on its nude swimming policies. Urban
Yeah, until all the females started complaining, and then everybody gives in and just does whatever they want.
All right, Urban Bronger, the general secretary of the Allentown, Pennsylvania YMCA, reported to the executive YMCA conference that the reasons for nude swimming, which was wool fiber based swimsuits, cleanliness, no longer made sense for modern pools, which were then equipped with chlorine and powerful filtration systems. He went on to say that the only rational reason to continue the tradition of nude swimming was to encourage a proper attitude towards the body.
So his body positivity
Yeah.
is why he wants.
And yet we're still covering up the women's bodies.
However, nude swimming was still going on into the 1970s, even though it was fading. The Duluth School District included in its 1973-74 budget for the first time a money sufficient to secure swimsuits for the boys' swim program, and
y'all
that the
schools
practice
have-
of requiring the boys to swim nude be discontinued immediately. So that's 70. So that means through 1972 in Duluth, it was still nude swimming.
That's insane. But did anybody have a swim team or activities
Yes.
at your high
Yeah.
school?
Yeah.
Really?
had a
Well,
swim
we have
team.
swim team, but not like we wouldn't do swim for PE or anything.
No. Yeah.
We had none of that. We didn't have a
No,
pool.
they had like the swim. They had the swim team that go compete and stuff and go to swim meets. And
I
stuff.
dated a chick
Yeah.
that played water polo. That is the
Oh.
most boring fucking sport I had to be forced to go to. Like you know what I mean? It's
I've
so
seen it.
dumb.
But she was probably
Water
at a
polo? Were you
really,
a rich kid, Matt?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
I thought
it
you had a
wasn't at my
certain
school.
card. I thought you had a card, Mad.
It wasn't at my school.
Oh,
was
I guess as
probably-
long as you didn't go under anybody's tent.
Did you also have Did you also have a girlfriend who played field hockey?
No, no, I didn't date lesbians.
You dated a water polo player. I mean, I'm not exactly sure.
That's a little.
But you dodged a bullet, Matt. If you had stayed with that girl and had a child with them, they would have been ugly as fuck.
Yeah, too athletic.
Yeah, I was gonna say like me, but that's not true.
You see, Matt, this is would be the OBGYN. You see, Mr. Machismo, because that's your name, so that's what I'll call you.
They call me. Yeah.
Your wife is very athletic. Water polo is a very athletic sport.
there
Your
anything we
child
can
will
do,
be
Doc?
ugly. Very ugly.
Is there anything we can do, Doc?
Well, you could feed her donuts and make her sit on the couch, but it's too late, Matt. But we could probably help with the second child.
All right, we go on.
All right. In 1972, Congress passed Title IX, a regulation that prohibited sexual discrimination in educational institutions, which allowed females to play on male sports teams if no team existed for females. As you can imagine, this would lead to problems if there was no female swim team. So this basically was the final nail in the coffin of any place that still had nude male swim teams. It also corresponded with the fact that most young boys, when they were asked, actually hated swimming nude. So by this point in the 1970s. So it has now faded away almost completely, all but forgotten, with TV shows and movies of the time depicting boys swimming in swimsuits. So the common belief is that how it's always been,
Right.
even though it wasn't, like we just pointed out with the
Did
Sandlot.
anyone know? Did any of you guys know that they were swimming nude until the 70s?
No,
Had no idea.
No idea,
Nope.
right?
No clue. I mean, only from like movies, but even then, like I forget. But like now that we're talking about it, I'm like, no, I just thought it was normal to always wear a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something, a linen, something,
loincloth, some sort of
loincloth,
Now
a
here's
fig leaf.
a banana hammock, whatever.
What thanks to MADePAP in this story, the next time you watch It's a Wonderful Life, and that scene happens where they're doing the school dance and it opens up onto the swimming pool, you're gonna completely look at that differently.
Sorry, I ruined swimming for everyone. Now
Well,
that you know there was a better way, you could
hold
never
on.
go back to wearing swim trunks.
did you ruin swimming, or was it when they had to let women on the men's team? You know,
That's the
now we
one.
have.
That's the one. That's what ruined it.
Yeah. See, he hasn't changed.
Wait, wait,
Damn,
hold on.
you fell right into his trap.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait. Was I supposed to be?
He walked you
Straight
right
on this
into a
channel
mad
or
misogyny
not?
trap.
Like Punk Waddle was basically Yugi there, and he's like, "Ha! You've activated my trap card."
Wait,
Hey,
real
hey,
quick
boo-boo.
though. Was I supposed to be straight on this new channel or not misogynistic?
I realized you meant Yu-Gi-Oh, not Yugi the bear, Yogi the bear. But
Yeah,
at the end
yeah,
of that
Yugi
story,
from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Lovely Sherry is recommending that everyone go streaking at least once in their life.
Yeah.
Hell
fine.
yes.
I mean, it's true, and as a penguin, I'm streaking a lot.
Oh, so what happened? What happened here?
No, that was integration. When did that happen? 60s?
About the
Maybe-
same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we used a different
Oh
term.
wait!
Yeah,
It's
kids of
it's even
color.
worse. Remember what Joe Biden said his first job was in high school?
He was a
Penis inspector?
lifeguard.
Lifeguard?
He
Can
was
you
watching a
remember?
whole
Oh,
bunch
no.
of naked kids in the pool.
Yeah,
God, he was, wasn't he?
because
Swing.
based on his age, this
Yeah.
would have been when that was still happening. And remember that whole story where the creepy story where he's like the little kids would come up and play with the hairs on
Oh
their leg.
no!
Yeah.
Oh,
It
You're
just keeps
just
getting
inviting.
worse.
Hey, while you're down there, oh man,
you kids like ice cream?
Are we moving on to the next one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do
That is such a great entrance for this one. Because now
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about one of the deadliest water parks ever made.
Does anybody here remember a couple years back when a movie came out about a theme park, water park in New Jersey called Action Park?
Oh, with Johnny Knoxville.
Yep.
Vaguely.
So that movie was based on the true story.
It was
of
inspired.
Didn't I just say based?
Based makes it seem like this is based. When I hear based, okay, they're going to show things that did happen. Inspired is, oh, we saw this thing, but we couldn't get the rights to actually do what happened.
I
so
thought they even called it Action Park.
yeah, but it was inspired, not based, because none of that shit happened. They didn't have a bear.
Loosely inspired / based on Action Park, one of the first water parks in the United States,
damn it,
which
quick.
operated out of Vernon, New Jersey, opening in 1978 on the grounds of the Mountain Creek Ski Resort.
Now, Chad, that's your neighborhood area, right? You're from there, New Jersey.
Not even close, man.
Wait, hold on, Slender. Is he
I'm
not
from
New Jersey?
Massachusetts. I'm from Massachusetts.
He's from
Okay.
Massachusetts.
One, when you say not even
oh,
close,
you're a
and-
masshole. That's funny.
But I spent approximately like 4 weeks there before my dad was deployed. I've never spent a lot of time in the Northeast, actually.
Well, your DNA says New Jersey.
Yeah, the DNA
Damn,
is definitely.
let's do a poll. Who thinks that Chad is from New Jersey?
Not fair because they've never seen him, and we have, and we know he. Listen, Chad, if you want to picture him in your head, picture New Jersey. That's
It would-
Chad.
I mean, it would be more accurate to say picture us an American of Sicilian descent. But,
New Jersey.
Someone who would hang out with Snooki. Hey, I've seen the Jersey Shore. Like literally.
Listen, all we're saying is if you're in deep with a loan shark, he might show up with a baseball bat.
I do have one of those
No
baseball
one
bats
Adam.
that I got from the
Okay.
the little ones from the baseball games.
I
It's
can
about
add
my size.
myself.
Damn it.
I took him out for you, man.
No. Put him back in. All right. Punk, you're up.
Well, we've been talking about nude bathing, and Matt got really excited, then realized he's changed.
What? No. No.
That was actually a really good summary.
No, there's so much context missing from what he said.
No, there wasn't actually.
You missed the part where we also realized that the Sandlot was very misrepresented based on what people were doing then, and that Joe Biden was even creepier based on the way swimming pools, specifically in
Being
the
a lifeguard at
Philadelphia
the
and
time that all the
Delaware.
boys were naked.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sure
I
Corn
mean-
Pop was coming up at him.
Yeah, maybe Corn Pop was a hero.
Well, I know that Brahma's been in the chat for at least 30 minutes ish, so he caught most of it.
Yeah,
On and
yeah.
off.
I
I was
just wanna
sneaking
come
in
on-
when I could.
All right.
Sounds about
Brahma, do you know about Action Park?
I just know that Mad for months has said, I can't wait till we do Action Park. So
And here we are.
All right, so Action Park, like you said, was built on the grounds of the Mountain Creek Ski Resort in Vernon, New Jersey, and owned by the Great American Recreation Company, specializing in seasonal attractions. So in 1977, they added an alpine slide to their, Mountain Creek Ski Resort, which allowed riders to descend snow-free slopes on sleds controlled by a handbrake.
I have actually ridden on alpine slides before. They're fun as fuck.
Just
So-
by the way,
Basically like a bobsled.
was-
remember that this story is starting right after they stopped having kids swim naked.
Yeah, so it proved to be so popular that they opened Action Park the following year. In 1979, they added additional slides, a deep water swimming pool, a large wave pool, and then continued to add new attractions every year up until the 1980s. As they were doing this, Great American Recreation was consistently experimenting with their slide designs,
As they should.
not towards safety. They also introduced Motor World across Route 94, featuring a large go-kart track, open-wheel race cars, and tanks.
Hey, wait, I'm
Wait.
sorry. Say that again.
Tanks?
Tanks.
Yes.
Tanks.
Now, I guess because of safety protocols, all we get is like ATVs, which you can still hurt yourself on.
Well, I don't
If
think
Matt
they
had
were real
only
tanks.
been born around this place, he would have learned how to drift that
I
Bradley a lot
wasn't in
better.
a tank.
Dude, he'd
I
have walked
said-
out of that place and he'd have turned around and been like, "Tanks for the memories."
I
You're
didn't do
welcome.
that.
Even
You're
if
welcome.
the joke's not good.
I thought about it, but I was on the fence. But you're right.
See, he said I was right.
About
That's the moral victory, even though you're
All
3
right.
weeks behind.
So then they also then brought in a German brewer to produce beer for the park.
wow. where was it?
Introducing probably one of the first microbreweries in the area.
Nice. Come get drunk and drive tank at Action Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Then go swimming while drunk.
So the park would grow to include approximately 75 different rides at its peak, and completely overshadowed its the original ski resort. The Great American Recreation Company promoted Action Park with simple but effective TV commercials featuring jingles like "There's nothing in the world like Action Park,"
There's
and
nothing
the
in
action
the world
never
like Action Park.
and the action never stops at Action Park. The ads played endlessly in the 1980s and 90s, marketing the park as an essential summer experience for thrill seekers and encouraging reckless behavior.
Yeah.
As you do.
Well, let's get
Everything
drunk
did
and
at
drive
that
a
time,
tank.
though.
So-
If you think about the ads for Sega, when it first came out, like it was like, yeah, it's crazy, and like everything's flying at your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to
Very
the Six
aggressive.
Flags one with the old guy dancing to that
Okay, but
music.
that one's adorable.
Sega
Yeah.
does what Nintendo don't.
I was gonna say Sega does
Yeah.
what Nintendo don't. Was kind of their running thing.
Sega. yeah.
I loved it when what was his name? The Fox guy. What's his name? Bandicoot.
Crash
Bandicoot.
Yeah. I loved it when Crash pulled the DX and went outside the Nintendo headquarters and tried calling out Mario. You remember those commercials?
I do remember
Yeah,
that
I do.
commercial. That was
I
pretty
remember
good.
You know,
It
if I
also
had,
had a tank, didn't it? Or was that just DX had the tank?
That was DX had the tank.
Yeah, they don't air that one anymore, which is
Why?
shocking. Those clips have been Benoit.
no, it's just that Mulligan effect, or what was that called? Yeah.
Mandela.
Yeah, that one.
Mulligan effect.
Actually, you know
Yeah.
that still kind of works.
It's kind of a do-over.
I know. Sometimes I
Does
do
that
write
mean
things.
does that mean before the Large Hadron Collider was turned on, Punk would have been in the top row?
Dude, Punk would have been the funniest one here.
Yeah, right. But that damn Higgs Biden collider.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not in that universe.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what?
Fallen.
Hold on, let me grab that from you. keep
Only we
going.
could go
I'll-
back
I'll
to
pull
the
it
up.
hip
Okay.
bosom.
So, in a shocking twist to no one, Action Park favored daring ride designs that were poorly engineered with little regard for safety.
That doesn't
kind of
sound
park.
like Action
Is this-
Park.
Is this gonna be like one of those railway rides where the rail cart like actually leaps off the rails and hopefully you land?
How
the-
many decapitations will there be in this
Oh,
story?
we're gonna get to it. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-oh,
okay.
Here we go.
Oh,
I think I'm starting to track where this is trying to go.
Full decapitations or just internal decapitations?
holy crap! What the?
Twist, turn, and burn action. And when it's hot, we've got the
Not a helmet
coolest
to be
action
found.
around, where you can swing,
Look at this shit.
slide,
Look at that
and
shit.
dive into crisp mountain water.
What? It's a water
This
slide.
summer, catch the action.
Wait, they let black
at
people here?
Action Park. There's
He wasn't
nothing in
swimming.
the world like it.
Yeah, they were just performing. They were there to entertain.
Hold on,
the
back
others.
that last one up. Look how.
There was a rainbow in the '80s.
World
But
like
look how
it
dangerous
in
that
the
looks.
world
Holy
like
I know.
is.
A little bit of air.
You're
There's nothing
anyone
more-
that is like concrete. That's not.
Bro,
Yeah.
That's not like
it's
you know,
fiberglass.
It'll
No,
be
that is
fine.
no, Brahma. I know from the story later. It is just concrete.
no,
Yeah, that's
there was
It-
fiberglass used some places, and that shit burns.
yeah, dude. That is how the Alpine slide worked. They just basically pour an aqueduct and you ride a sled down it.
Yeah.
All right, so
I mean, they were fun as fuck, but yeah, if you're stupid, you're gonna get hurt.
Like when you just stop and then everybody else comes crashing down. into it.
Yep.
Yep.
at Action Park, the daring ride designs that were poorly engineered and had little regard for safety were paired with underage teen staff that was poorly trained, disinterested, or under the influence of the beer that was served freely.
These are all true statements.
All of their employees were like teens on a
Doctor-
summer job.
That's how these
Doctors
parks
and-
should be staffed.
Doctors
They
in 4
probably knew
counties.
what a man and a woman were.
Doctors in 4 counties surrounding the park reported exponential spikes in summertime injuries, including ankle sprains, broken bones, bloody elbows, and missing teeth.
Did
Well,
they,
as
did
most
they-
doctors also say, correlation doesn't equal
exactly.
causation.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need to see some
Yeah.
data here. But did they know why?
I mean,
this
the
was
part
happening?
we're gonna get to the part later where they bought ambulances for the park just to be able to handle the amount of traffic leaving.
They should have just built an on-site clinic if they had enough money.
Yeah.
Despite the
They had
injuries, little action was taken by state regulators as Action Park was proving to be a significant advertisement for New Jersey, and they felt most visitors were seen as having a good time.
Most.
Yeah.
Forget the dead ones. The good ones are the alive ones are still coming and giving us money.
Well, I'll tell you what. The dead ones aren't complaining, are they?
Right? If it makes money, shush.
There
So,
weren't a lot of repeat visitors.
When inspections were done, the teen staff was often found to be undertrained and intoxicated, and they ignored height and weight restrictions, and the park was issued fines for allowing underage employees to operate those rides in such a manner. Jim Desai, a 21-year-old who was appointed security director,
Again,
Dude, that guy's going places, though, right?
but
Yeah.
it's not as if this is a very large theme park with a lot of alcohol and
Yeah.
it's in New Jersey. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've ever been around New Jersey people and alcohol, but
Well,
you need
it's
a
like-
security guy that knows what they're doing.
Okay, let me say this though, like, you know, down south you have the rednecks and the mudding and those parties and people driving on ATVs.
Yeah, and the pastor.
Right. But like that shit don't seem nearly as dangerous as what they're doing
it's
in
not.
Jersey right here.
Yeah, I have been mudding. I never thought it would be something I would do, but I got dragged out one time and I did some mudding, and that shit's fun.
Yeah, it's
You
a lot
get
of fun.
dragged through the mud.
cow tipping if you ever do it. But
I mean,
I'm from the Midwest. I did cow tipping plenty.
21 doesn't seem that unreasonable with the way most of our stories go, because
To be
most of
the
the
security
11-year-olds
director.
are already running newspapers.
Right.
Yeah, and
But
he
we're
did
in
have
the 1970s, not the
Yeah,
I'm
1970s.
I'm pretty sure some of these people were killing commies at 14.
yeah, Brahma. He
Yeah.
also had a whole 2 years of experience. So
Nice.
working
But-
at the park.
If this was 1870, I'm like, why did he wait so long? Like, what took him so long to get to this position?
Right, because 8-year-olds would have done it.
So he, Jim
13.
Desai, actually would later on describe Action Park as extreme before extreme existed, noting that bars and beer stands were scattered prevalently throughout and around the park, fueling an alcohol-induced state of bravado, allowing a lot of mischief to go unnoticed. Attendees of the park were affectionately nicknamed Gumbies because they would often bounce off the ground when injured.
They often lost.
Often. No
In
punkies, just
1986, the New Jersey Herald, reporting on Action Park, noted 110 injuries from the previous year, including 45 head injuries and 10 fractures, though they noted more went unreported.
Yeah.
The park was facing trouble for not reporting accidents and was only fined once between 1979 and 1986 for procedural violations, receiving special treatment compared to other amusement parks. Six Flags was known to be like, what the fuck?
Right? Yeah. By the way, do you think because it's New Jersey, the mob was involved in this place?
Somebody
I mean,
was
I'm
getting-
sure they got their kickbacks at least
Yeah.
for the zoning and building and such.
Yeah.
To quote
Hey.
Thornton Mellon from Back to School, I don't know if you're going to use concrete in that place and who runs that business, but in New Jersey.
The Teamsters would like to have a word with you.
Unlike other amusement parks, Action Park allowed patrons to control their ride experience, which
That is
added
the scariest thing you could ever hear.
This added to the thrill, but also increased the dangers. Park officials often noted that people were responsible for their own injuries, a sentiment echoed by most attendees.
Wait. So they kind of had to like, look, we're putting you in control of it. So if you fuck up, that's on you.
Yeah, one person interviewed for the Herald in 1982 expressed more concern about driving on the Long Island Expressway than riding the park's attractions. Another attendee remarked that if someone couldn't swim and jumped into the wave pool, that was their problem.
It was such a different time.
It really was.
All right, now to give you an idea of the fun ride construction and why it was not just fiberglass, they had a river rapids ride known as the Colorado River Ride, which was just a long winding concrete trough designed to resemble a natural river, where they added jagged, sharply angled concrete walls.
Why? Why would you add that?
To make it more realistic.
Opened in
Bump like-
1987 as a family ride, it was bumpy and sometimes violent. And if you pair that with underinflated and overloaded rafts slamming into walls, it often caused injuries, including broken noses.
Also,
Yeah, dude, the risk
Alcohol.
and the danger are what make it fun, man.
The ride at this conclusion would descend into a dark tunnel with protruding rocks, leading to frequent concussions due to lack of helmets.
I don't feel alive unless I might die.
why would you do that in the dark? If you're gonna have your jagged death edges, at least put some light on it.
Death edges.
Yeah. Greg Spunder, recounting an incident that he was witness to where a raft buckled, causing a woman to shift in the raft and hit her nose on her son's knee, breaking it. And when they approached the staff member provided an apparent indifferent attitude. Like, yeah,
so what do you want me to do about it? If you knew your nose was capable of breaking, you shouldn't got on the ride.
I mean, it was her son who kneed her in the face, not the ride.
No,
Now-
her face hit his knee.
Yeah, but in their view,
Yeah.
he kneed her in the face.
So, to Slender's
Raise your
point
kids better.
about correlation versus causation, Action Park actually made an investment to purchase ambulances for the town of Vernon to keep up with the volume.
And also to keep their fucking mouths closed.
Yeah. The Herald reported that on average, 5 to 10 people per day of operation were brought to a nearby hospital with injuries ranging from ankle sprains to broken bones, often found to also be intoxicated with alcohol.
Whatever, walk it off, pussies.
Hey, we
Brawls
gave
between-
you bathing suits.
What was the park capacity?
A lot.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a 75-acre lot.
Well, just think if this had been made like a few years before, and it would have required new.
Yeah, that would have been cool because it would have been all bros, man.
Scrape your entire dick off when you go down the alpine slide face first.
Yeah, that's not a graze.
Another source of emergency room visits were the frequent brawls that broke out between men at the park. The
Yeah,
Alpine Slide,
New
one of the
Jersey.
park's most popular rides, involved descending concrete tracks on a sled with a handbrake. Riders could either choose to go slow or at a speed described by the park as death awaits.
They should not be describing things with death in it. Also,
It sounds to me like they're not being, you know.
It's not false advertising.
I was gonna say there is truth in advertising.
okay, but also, was there a fast lane? They had to, because if you can have the option of going slow or fast, you got to separate those two groups.
That's a good question, Matt, because first you need to note that if you lost control on this ride, It would mean, at a minimum, crashing into giant hay bales and possibly falling onto rocks that they had around
Why
this
wouldn't they
ride.
remove those rocks? Why would they
To keep
leave?
the hay bales in place.
Also,
But-
real quick, so Sherry says, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of New Jersey. Nothing happened there. I just feel bad for anyone who has to live in New Jersey. True.
All right. Now, to Matt's question, slow riders did not have their own lane. They were not separated from the people wanting to go fast, so slow riders risked being rammed from behind by riders choosing to go faster. And also, the brakes on these often malfunctioned. So, so even those wanting to go slower still couldn't slow down their ride vehicles. As a result, the park pretty much stationed EMTs right at the bottom all day long, anticipating injuries that would need ambulance rides.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna solve the.
Did somebody mute me? Who muted
No.
me?
Nobody
Okay,
muted you.
I was trying to say timeout. The brakes can't malfunction. It's a sled with a little plastic fucking lever in it. You pull the lever back, and the other end of the lever hits the ground. There's no mechanics in it or anything. It's just a fucking piece of plastic.
Somebody
Okay,
cut the brakes.
Then it's broken. Then it just didn't work.
The stick doesn't reach the ground.
Also,
It's been worn down.
Basically, it's been worn down to a nub that no longer touches the ground.
Like mad in a cold swimming pool.
oh
yeah.
my god. So
At least you won't scrape
listen,
the bottom.
what I was gonna say about fuck, what was it? Damn it, Chad.
About the EMTs at the
Oh
bottom.
no about waiting at the bottom where everybody falls. It's like no don't cure the disease. We're just gonna treat the symptoms.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
It's American healthcare.
the tip of the iceberg. Don't worry about everything underneath the water.
Allison Becker, a witness, described seeing a stream of first aid carts carrying people away with severe head injuries and gashes.
Whatever. You guys are a bunch of bitches. You just want to live in the world where when bad things happen, we just take away everybody's toys.
She compared the size
If
of
that
one of
Tory
the
is
wounds she
murdering
said
people,
to
yes.
a big gulp.
Wait, what?
Sorry, what was that?
She said the witness said that one of the wounds and head injuries she saw was the size of a big gulp on the person's head.
What does that even mean?
Learn to
Christy
live a little.
64-ounce cups.
Yeah, Chris Christie knows.
Oh, and to
Oh
Slender's,
man, his head was split open. It was 4 big gulps.
so with
It's a weird
Slender,
unit of measurement, indeed.
on
in
Slender's
Jersey.
point about just sucking it up, the Alpine slide was the cause of Action Park's first death in 1980, when a 19-year-old park employee was thrown from a derailed sled, striking his head on a rock.
Dude, Chad, this is why you bitches don't have fireworks in your state. One kid blows off his hand, and suddenly nobody can be trusted with fireworks
Well,
anymore.
hold on. Let's find out if they shut it down.
No, in fact, they kept it around.
Good.
And we know from news reporting that between 1984 and 85, the slide was known to be responsible for at least 14 fractures and 26 major head injuries.
Yeah, how many people rode that slide at that point? What's the percentage?
Also,
I mean,
what
that's
about the
40 on a ride that had EMTs at the bottom. So it
okay.
seems like
Yeah.
not that bad.
here? No.
Well,
here's what
remember,
you're-
we
no,
know that Action Park had a history of not reporting injuries.
here-
to-
Yeah.
But here's what you're missing. All right, the most important statistic: how many smiles did that ride give?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
a
Because they were
countless.
drunk and they were just.
Listen, I'm willing to stack a lot of bodies for bringing joy to the children.
It's
So,
New Jersey. This was the best they had. They're gonna have to go back to living in New Jersey.
So, despite these injuries, a park official by the name of Slender claimed it was the safest ride in the park, citing a 90-year-old grandmother and mothers with babies riding it, which
Okay,
seems like
one,
the
that
worst
did not
idea.
happen. They
It
did
sounds
not
like-
write it. But also, two, that makes it sound like all the other ones are instant death rides.
And I didn't say it was safe. I'm just saying you guys are bitches.
The Alpine slide accounted for the majority of lawsuits against the park and approximately 40% of the safety citations it received in its operating lifetime.
I'm sorry. Were they not smart enough to put a disclaimer on the tickets?
It's,
That would be an
Right at your
admission.
own risk.
yeah,
I
that's
mean-
gonna help.
Because admitting it, could come back lawfully, right? If they just pretend like it's fine, that won't come
Yeah,
back lawfully.
the tidal pool at Action Park was nicknamed the Grave Pool by employees. It was a 100 by 250 foot freshwater pool, 8 feet deep, which could hold up to 1,000 people and had 4 large fans creating 40-inch waves for 20 minutes at a time with 10 minutes breaks in between.
I can't believe Slender's not here for the grave pool.
That's actually a pretty good wave pool.
Many
Sounds
users,
fun.
particularly from urban areas with limited swimming experience, struggled.
Wait, I think is that code for is that black coded?
A little
Well, if you've ever been to the Six Flags in Maryland, which, by the way, was the one they immediately put for closure this year after the merger between Six Flags and Cedar Fair.
Well, at least you guys still have, that. I grew up in Houston and all R.I.P. Astro World, right?
Never been, but I've been to Six Flags over Texas, and I
That
live
one's
right next to
giant.
Fiesta, Texas.
That one's
Texas
stayed open.
Giant's great. The Judge Roy Scream is great.
Yeah.
Love Six Flags over Texas.
All right. So at the grave pool, lifeguards averaged rescuing 30 people a day, compared to an average of 1 or 2 rescues per summer at typical amusement
Wait, how
park
many per
pools.
summer for typical
One.
things?
1 to 2 per life. Like a lifeguard might have 1 or 2 rescues their entire summer. At
And these fuckers
Action
are-
Park, they average 30.
You know
a
what it's
day.
So,
like?
like,
It's
per
the
day.
difference. It's different. It's the difference between being a cop on the day shift and the night shift.
So a bunch of drunk kids are pulling injured people out of the pool every day.
Yeah, 30.
That's for one person?
Because look, I've always said if you work one weekend overnight during like the rodeo, you will have more experience than most day shift officers will have in a year.
And at the end of the shift, Mad looked at his partner and was like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. All right, so one of the problems was that the pool's fresh water lacked buoyancy of ocean water, and crowded conditions caused collisions with the pool's sides, ladders, and other swimmers. And swimmers sank unaware of the pool's depth changes. 2 drownings occurred. There were 2 known drownings: 15-year-old boy in 1982 and 18-year-old man in 1987. But the pool's official death toll was actually 3. So 3 people died there. A kayak ride that was at the amusement park used submerged electric fans to agitate the water.
Now, Chad, for those in the chat that may not know this, water and electricity, they're peanut butter and chocolate?
No, it's a terrible idea. Terrible.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
toaster,
like
you want?
you would die. It's death. Water's a conductor of electricity.
Allegedly.
No, it is just science.
Have you ever
it's a
put,
fact.
the potato in the battery?
Wait, why are you putting a potato in the battery?
Potato is the battery in ionized water or whatever.
So I can get electrocuted by cooking potatoes in water?
No, it's how you build a clock in when you're in junior high.
Listen, we do not endorse science by Punk in any way. He's not.
Why do you always run to the stuff that makes me have to run back here? Let me tell you something about electricity. It's trying to go to ground, so if it's at the bottom of the water, you're fine. Just don't swim down there and touch it.
Oh, okay. Chad, keep going then.
They were not, in fact, fine. Because the kayaks would often get stuck or tipped over. And in 1982, a 27-year-old man from Long Island was electrocuted after stepping near an exposed wire. While
So
trying
he
to-
stepped on the electricity?
He was
So-
supposed to be in a kayak.
So the exposed wire was in the water.
What a dumbass. Don't
And-
touch it.
Yeah,
While he
keep
was-
hands and body inside the boat at all times. Wait, did I not say that?
This is just a bunch of retards ruining my fun.
So the 27-year-old man died while trying to ride his kayak. He stepped on the live wire, and 2 of his family members were also shocked.
How much electricity was going through this fucking wire?
Well,
But
if you're trying to run a fan, you're probably pulling pretty high amperage.
Yeah, this is a fan that was capable of agitating the water enough for a kayak fun experience. So, his two additional family members were shocked, but they survived. The coroner confirmed his death by cardiac arrest due to electrical shock. Despite the park's denial, the park did, they insisted that it was not the ride's fault, but they drained it and never reopened it after that.
Well, yeah, because
I mean, you just got to waterproof your cables.
nah, this was easier.
That's day one shit.
So another new ride designed and opened in 1985 called the Cannonball Loop. Featured a vertical loop
Not
like a
run.
roller coaster, but it was
Pictured here.
Pictured as pictured.
Now-
Employees were paid
Wait, real quick, though.
$100 to test it.
Wait, does it not say in the story that the dude that designed it did it on a napkin during a lunch?
Yeah, it was designed by Great American Recreation executive Eugene Mulvihill on a napkin.
So
So you
real
go in.
quick,
That's a
this-
tube that you go inside.
yes.
Yes, it's
Yes,
like
it's
a water slide.
Now, anybody see a problem with this design?
I see
looks-
several, actually.
Fat people?
I mean, we don't know. We don't have a whole. There's not a good sense of scale there.
Okay, but do you see the loop?
Well,
What-
there's going to be some issues with gravity, and then you're stuck in there.
Yeah.
Go on, all right, go on, Chad.
Oh.
So yeah, when they built it, they paid employees $100 to test it.
If you survive, you get this $100.
Problem number 1.
Wait. We have to check the inflation rates now. How much is that in
Fuck
today's
that.
money?
This 1980 something. We all know.
So problem number 1, they were not supplying sufficient water pressure, and riders got stuck at the top of the loop, which required them to add a hatch for extractions.
God
At
damn.
least
Oh
they
my
had
God.
the hatch.
Problem number 2, debris and rocks collected at the bottom, creating a sandpaper-like surface that caused slide rash.
Dude, that's like
When-
$400. They probably didn't make that in a week.
Yeah, so
The hush money they were getting paid probably equated to pretty close to that.
the ride managed to stay open for 1 whole month before it was closed due to the numerous injuries.
Oh.
Well,
What
the
do
thing
you-
I
do you-
keep thinking is if you build up enough momentum, you go up the loop, you get to the top, and then you slam down.
Then gravity comes in and you just fall on the other portion of the loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how would
That's
you
gonna
get
hurt.
water? How would you get water to go
Right.
up?
You don't.
Yeah,
Well, that's
you
the
just-
fun part, Shags. It's
That's
actually
the biggest
full
problem.
of water. It's not just a trickle.
Yeah,
The whole
you'd have
tube is solid water.
Yeah, to get that to work properly, you'd have to be pumping.
So did anyone drown inside the loop?
No, it got
No,
closed.
they had a hatch.
They had a hatch. People got stuck, but they didn't.
So
You counted
so,
to 45, and if they hadn't come out the bottom, then you open the hatch.
hatch. Yeah.
I don't know, because when we looked at that video, that commercial, it looked like they were just sending people rapid fire down anything, so they didn't care
Yes.
if you made it.
They don't.
Well, the people
So
were
these are-
in control of the rides here, remember?
So-
So,
So
these
here's
were,
another-
These were teenagers. They didn't give a flying fuck.
Oh, at your own
So
risk, right?
here's another variation of a ride they opened called Cannonball Falls, which was another slide that sent riders through a pitch black tube
God.
and had them emerge 2 stories above a slimy green pool with no warning.
What could go wrong?
Riders would scream in terror before hitting the water with a sickening slap.
you just fall out of a tube.
2 stories. Now, Chad, for those that may not know how many big gulps is that?
Well, that would be approximately like 20 feet, right? So
Yeah, a foot for every big gulp. So,
Yeah.
That's 20 big gulps.
So,
20 big
so
gulps
for
tall.
all those people who were like, I want to swim in a pool full of Jello, these guys were making dreams come true, and they got shut down. This is
You're in
bullshit.
defense
if the
of this
Jello
fucking place.
was just algae that was blooming. What was nice about this ride is after the riders had such a horrible experience, they would get out of the pool and then gather to watch the next people coming through.
Listen, okay? Sometimes when your dreams come true, they're not the great experience you thought they'd be.
It just reminds me of car wrecks where like everyone's sliding in the ice or whatever. They all pile up and they wait there and they just watch the next guy just slide down the road.
Right.
Just slowly hit the
Coming
pile
down
of
the
cars.
hill,
Yeah.
coming down sideways. Oh, they're gonna hit my car too. Oh. Another claim.
Yep. Just put your insurance information on the pile.
Now, the best part of this ride would be if they actually kept it like fenced in, so you could not see how the ride ends.
It sounds like
Oh
that's exactly
no, they
what
they did that.
Yeah.
You had no
Yeah.
warning. You
You
just
had no
you
idea
just
what
shot
you were
out.
in for.
Good.
Unless-
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, because unless you'd been on the ride before, you had no idea what was happening, and then everybody would sit there and laugh at you when you flopped out.
Dude, I think these guys were on the cutting edge of entertainment technology, and we need to bring them back.
Wait, was this like the one of those prank commercial or TV shows? You know,
All
where
right,
they just...
Chad, go on. There we go. It's supposed to be a
Okay.
mini MADePAP.
Yep.
yeah.
So they also had the Tarzan swing, a steel
Oh.
arch on a 20-foot cable over a cold spring-fed pool. This one led to the park's third death in 1984. Patrons
third?
swung out and jumped off the cable at the peak, but some held on too long.
Oh,
No.
Missed the water.
Oh
And
no.
hit the concrete wall on the other side.
So it was also because it was a very cold spring water. The cold water would shock swimmers, causing muscle paralysis, and in one case, the death. It caused cardiac arrest.
Jeez.
Well, I think that
Lifeguards would
cardiac
often
arrest-
have to rescue those who were unable to swim due to going into shock.
by the way, I think the cardiac arrest is what caused the death, not the death causing that.
Yeah.
That's probably the ride that you got punished. You know, if you were a lifeguard. Yeah,
Is
go
this-
over
is-
into the frigid cold
Yeah.
ride.
Is
You're
this
in
the
trouble.
one? Is this the one where everybody could watch it from the neighborhood?
I don't know if that one was. If we had someone who had been there, maybe.
I wish
No,
we
no,
had
no. Like
pictures of
I
the
can't remember. I
rides.
may have not added it, but there's one of these where there was like a neighborhood, and all the local New Jerseyans, like Tony, would be there watching and mocking these everybody on these rides. We're like, hey Tony, come check out this idiot. As you're dying. That was a real thing that happened. Anyway, we go on.
All right. They also built the Aerodium, a first-generation vertical wind tunnel introduced in 1987. It used a 650 horsepower fan to create updrafts of 100 miles per hour.
Wait,
Riders,
They
riders,
do that shit
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah, but here's the difference, though. And this is what I've learned. You never want to go on a first-generation ride, or pretty much a first-generation anything.
Riders wore a skydiving suit for flights lasting less than a minute, reaching 6 to 7 feet in the air. The attraction was known to cause broken limbs, shoulder and wrist dislocations, and in one rider, near permanent paralysis.
Dude, these guys were trailblazers. I don't know what everyone's complaining about.
By the mid-1980s, Action Park had garnered a reputation for the most unsafe rides
For
in the
being
country,
awesome.
Why?
with rumors of cut corners in maintenance and safety enforcement.
Well, they had to spend all that money on the ambulances. They couldn't afford it.
Despite this, it attracted droves of visitors. On July 26, 1992, a bus traveling to Action Park overturned and burst into flames,
See,
killing 6 and injuring 47.
you couldn't even drive there without death knocking.
Endless lawsuits and rising insurance premiums began to suffocate the business. By the 1990s,
Wait, real quick. Brahma, would you insure this place?
Absolutely.
Brahma's got it figured out.
their premiums are going to be sky high.
The premium would
me as
probably
the
be
agent, me as the agent, I just get my commission. I don't care.
the premium for them would probably be like $80 million a
Right.
day.
Now, getting it through underwriting or actuary, probably not going to happen.
The underwriter would be like, no fucking way.
Yeah. So you're saying Ben Stiller from Along Came Polly wouldn't have done that?
No, that is not a valid risk to support. By the 1990s, negative headlines eroded attendance, and many dangerous rides were closed due to legal settlements or lack of ability to get insurance coverage. Great American Recreation was accused of building rides cheaply, neglecting maintenance, and failing to adopt minimum safety improvements.
On what grounds?
Minimum
In its final year, the park operated part of the ski area without active liability insurance.
No.
And they filed for bankruptcy in 1995
Why?
and closed after the 1996 season.
Sounds to me like they were trying to stick it to the man.
Right, in 1998, the property was sold to a Canadian resort developer and
Boo.
reopened under the title Mountain Creek Water Park. The new park shut down the Alpine Slide and Motor World, replacing most old rides with safer water slides. It performed well initially, but saw declining attendance by 2008.
Yeah, because they took all the fun out of it.
Right?
Yeah,
They made it into
Canadians.
Pussy Park instead of Action
Being-
Park.
In
Yeah, being
2010, the park was sold to an investor group led by good old Eugene Mulvihill's son, Andrew. You know, the guy who designed that water slide on the napkin. Andrew
Back to the
re-embraced the name Action Park. He revived Action Park, featured old attractions and a new zero-G ride, a 100-foot looping water slide reminiscent of the Cannonball Loop, designed by renowned water slide designer. President Bill Brennan emphasized that the new
Wait, hold
rides
on. Why didn't you say his name?
because it's not listed.
Ah, damn it.
The exact
was his
sentence
name,
in,
Matt?
I don't remember. What was he again?
here's I'm reading it word for word. You wrote Cannonball Loop, designed by a renowned water slide designer. Period.
Yeah, he was foreign. It was a hard name.
President Bill Brennan, newly rechristened Action Park, emphasized that the new rides were safe and meticulously engineered. So there you go. That's the story. I guess, is Action Park still around? No, that means
Probably.
Again, I
Action.
thought of this at the last moment when I was inspired by something entirely different than any type of incident that may or may not have happened.
Something entirely different than your insensitivity to the plight of other people.
I really didn't do it on purpose. I don't know how this came to be. Is it still open, Chad?
I'm looking to see if it's.
All right. Well, while you do
still-
that, we'll wrap it up. Thanks everybody for being here. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to Eric K for the tips. Shags, thank you for being here.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not so talkative today, but I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I like
you're-
having Shags here because the only
Same.
times he does talk, he makes fun of you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I was back and forth on whether or not to ever invite him again, but now I know where I stand on that. No, thank you for being here. Is Matt what? Never been to that water park. And I don't know who Phil Collins is. I mean, I know I've never met him, is what I'm saying. Although I was adopted, I guess maybe. But
Oh, they went back to Mountain Creek Water Park. Apparently, the Action Park was still too toxic a name. So
why?
hey, it's now open 7 days a week. I'm right on their website. Let's look at rides and slides.
So
Slender
we're
would
gonna
have
go-
a terrible time. This is all safe.
So when are we gonna do the MADePAP meetup and go down the slide?
We're not going to that one because they took away all the fun, right, Slender?
Damn right.
Yeah, we got to just find a roaming carnival and ride some
Yeah.
of those rides if we
Or
want
And
just
make sure
real
it's like-
thrill.
My
Slender's
first
like,
question is going to be,
Oh,
how many
God dang it,
people
where
have
the highlight
died at this establishment? And if the answer is 0, I'm moving on.
When we go to a carnival, Slender's going to go up to the carnies and be like, "How many of you been day drinking? If it's less than 20%, we're not."
Has
riding."
anyone checked the bolts on these? I'm willing to
complicated.
loosen a couple before we start.
I mean, it sounds like we're gonna have to bring our own jagged death edges with us
Mm.
to
Just bring some cinder, some concrete blocks, some a few things.
All right,
I don't want to go to a theme park and feel like I could get more injured in the parking lot than on the rides.
Yeah,
Just
if
to
I'm gonna
make
get
this park a little bit more fun, we're all going to bring our own box cutters.
yeah,
What?
Put
We're
them
not
in our
taking over
pockets.
a plane.
Blade
guys,
out.
guys, I can't fly anyway, so I always have a box cutter.
All right, guys. The goal is when we hit the loop-de-loop, you let go of the box cutter and then try to catch it on the backswing.
Here you go. These are like renders and some footage of the original ride. So this was
and interviews from people who actually rode them.
I don't want to hear
So-
those people. Let's just look at the rides.
So this was Cannonball Falls. Like you came shooting out of that 2 stories up into that pool. So you didn't see that. So that's Cannonball Falls and what that looked like. Oh my God, super speed slides. Jesus Christ, look at these things.
We'll play it because there's footage that they show people actually doing it.
Just keep
Well,
it muted.
Yeah, there you go.
That does not look like
that
some.
shit.
That is not a safe water slide.
No, what's the next ride?
All right.
'Cause-
Oh
by the way-
look. Just going into that, you're the kayak
used to go-
experience.
There's
This is-
lots of parks that had slides like that, though. We just
Oh,
called
yeah.
them wedgie makers.
Yeah, I think we called ours Geronimo.
So this was
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
kayak.
wait. That guy's an actor. That
I
guy's
was
like a
gonna
real
say, I've
actor.
seen him before.
Yeah, he's.
I think he
Yeah.
was probably in the action in the movie that Knoxville.
No.
did.
What it
Oh,
is
he's
that
a-
these are people that went there, and
Yeah.
a lot of celebrities that from that area have
were
talked
rich
about
enough.
Action Park.
They probably had plastic surgery before it was cool because they had to.
So this was the kayak ride that the electrocuted people.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Poor guys.
if there's that much water, those fans had to have been pretty big.
Yeah.
What's the next ride?
This
Oh, there's
is
the wave pool.
This is the giant.
Just hit
What
play
could
so
go
you can
wrong
see the
there?
waves.
Yeah. Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit!
Dude, that looks fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Yep. You
I
guys should
love
have
wave
seen.
pools.
Yeah, I mean,
He has his plate that says lifeguard. So
Oh my God, that is not only. It is.
They had one at Six Flags. Was it Six Flags New England? They had a wave pool. I'm pretty
I've
sure.
been in wave pools
Yeah.
before.
yeah.
Well,
Six
nowadays,
Flags or
for
the
a wave
water.
pool, they usually just put like a big sealed ball into the pool, and that ball has like what is it? Like the PlayStation controller agitator inside of it, and they use that to generate the
Wait.
waves.
Hold on. The Sea Wolf wave pool sucked in again. What?
Oh.
I'm not from San Antonio, so by the time I got here, I can't be out in the heat like that because I'm burnt. So
Matt, is that what they called you in high school? The Seawolf wave pool? Did you suck in a
Oh.
guy?
SeaWorld.
I
was
gotta
his
laugh.
prison name.
You can't move me.
I think that was just the orca.
All right, we're ending it there.
What other rides do we got?
All right, we have. This is looks like they don't. I don't know if they have any footage of the Roaring Springs.
Yeah, they do.
That looks
Oh my
awful.
God, that
Oh,
does
what?
not.
What is this?
Like, ow.
I can just see the description of people.
We don't
hitting
even
all
need
the-
her words to be
No.
heard.
Like in Texas and in New Braunfels, we had Schlitterbahn, and
Yeah,
that was
it's still there.
naturally
Hold on,
fed.
look at that jagged concrete shapes of this thing.
Oh, calm down. There's water on it.
Look, yeah, gushing.
This is
It would not be fun falling on that.
Dude,
No.
bunch of Karens ruining everything.
It's
I'm fine with all.
So, you see them just like shooting out into each other. This is crazy.
My first thought was, why are they in swimsuits?
It's like the lazy river, just a little bit quicker.
This is not. Yeah, there's like we're not lazy around here in Jersey. Surfer Hill. Uh-oh. Is this the thing where
Oh,
we
I
saw
can
them
see you
catching
getting
all the
air on
air?
that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ!
That's how it
Oh
ends?
my god.
That's the ending?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
end.
you just
Yeah,
go
that's
up
like-
a wall.
I think the those runaway truck ramps.
By the way, that guy's name was Tony, right?
Dude, look at how happy those people were, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
none of us died. Yay.
Here's the one with
That
the
guy's an
black
actor,
hole.
100%.
Yeah, they all are.
This is the one with the black hole, I think.
I was trying to see if we could read the actual ride restrictions that it was on the sign. Like, what is it? What does a warning sign at Action Park actually look like?
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Weight limit
Instructions.
200 pounds.
If you get hurt, it's on you.
Yeah.
Soul Assassin. I went to Splash Town a lot too, and Waterworld.
I know Splash Town. It's over there by. It's on Ritterman,
Oh
right?
my
Somewhere?
god, that does not
Yeah.
look. Look at this.
Wait, I didn't see that one. What
I
is
went to
this?
Splash Town a lot.
This is
This
the
is
family.
the Colorado River Ride.
This is the family
Oh,
ride.
this
Look
is
at
the
this.
family one?
the one that
Yeah.
goes into the tunnel at the end with the
Why?
So,
black
I
so
guy
thought
as
it
a
was a good
family-
idea to shape it jagged.
Oh, they were shaping you. You know, phrenology
because-
bumps on the head.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
supposed to be like real water rafting.
water
so
rafting.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been whitewater rafting and it wasn't that terrible.
What's the next ride? We can skip all this because we're not. Oh, here we go.
Oh, now we got Motor World where they were doing like
was
F1
that an
open
option?
car racing.
Yeah, you could drink and drive. Remember tanks?
Yeah,
They had
it
a
was
helmet.
right
See
next
the
to it,
tanks.
right next to the beer hall.
Yeah, but
Nice.
the first person they showed had a helmet.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we
I
can
don't
saw
know why
pictures of
everybody's
people
getting
without
so. I don't
Oh,
know why
cool.
everyone's getting so pissy about
Branding.
this. This looks awesome.
This,
Coca-Cola.
yeah, I'm with you on this one.
Was that when Coca-Cola was made still with Coke?
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
It actually shows footage of somebody going through it.
Did they?
oh
make it up the other side?
no!
Look
And
at
he
how
describes
big
it.
that fucker
He's like,
is.
at some point, you just stop feeling any of the loop and you just fall.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably when you're at about the top of the loop.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Well, here's the video. of
Oh,
it.
Oh.
Oh my god, from inside?
Yeah. There's not much, but
What?
Is that
Dude, I want to get the horror movie footage where somebody goes in, then you hear screaming, then just a bunch of blood comes out the
Yeah,
other
the-
side.
yeah.
You know, I've seen several of those movies.
and then he said that the pool that you came out in wasn't long enough, so you would often just shoot into the wall.
It was,
Oh.
listen, you can't. How much are you expecting from something that was on a napkin?
All right,
the
and
Alpine
this is
slide.
here comes the
He ran
Alpine
out of room on a
slide.
napkin.
This was the one Slender said that the whiny little bitches ruined for everybody.
Dude,
Oh, right, the
we
one with the
had
hand
these.
brakes.
We had
Yeah,
these at the
handbrake.
ski resort in my hometown. We would go up there in the summer, and it was like fucking a
Oh,
dollar
Park City
to
has
ride
these.
it. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
awesome.
Park City has them. Yep.
Yeah,
Colorado has a few Alpine slides too.
It's basically like a summer version of a bobsledding.
Yep. Yeah, those are fun.
I feel like that's where you just need to have a staff that's properly spacing people, and you might be okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, as
there!
long
Oh,
as
Jesus!
no dumb
you're-
shit stop.
Wait, hold on. What?
Yeah.
Did you pull it back a couple?
Yeah,
Holy shit!
Yeah, the
Oh yes.
Like,
sides
you're-
aren't big enough. Yeah.
Now imagine
sure.
you're going slow, and this is going behind you.
It's called lane jumping, guys.
Yeah, how are you gonna pass the guy in front of you if you can't jump over to the other lane?
Good rock, everybody.
I
Oh,
think I
no.
saw this in Mario Kart once.
Oh man!
oh, Did there-
Oh man.
Somebody must have put a banana peel on the tracks.
hold on! Did you look at this? Look at what's right next to it. You see those giant rock formations?
And
There's
trees.
rocks
Oh man.
everywhere.
this is not a good. Like if you
Dude,
wipe out.
This is high stakes entertainment, okay?
I mean, at the bottom it just said you survived.
I feel like there's a difference between simulating that feeling of anxiety and fear and like danger than actually putting you in the situation that
What
could
did they call
cause
it? The
death.
speed
You know
of
what I mean?
death?
it's called realism, Mad.
What did they call it? The speed of
The animation.
I gotta watch that. I forgot that was even there. I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Yeah, the documentary on it.
I just found it while we were talking and thought it would be fun to see some of the Reds.
You were right.
Yeah,
I loved everything about that.
Good. Anybody got anything to promote? Shags, are you doing anything?
No, what I did want to tell a quick funny story that just occurred to me that
Yeah.
everyone knows I stopped my show and it's really sad, but like currently my days off are Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's kind of
when
funny
you said
that
you could do it tonight, I was like, wait a second.
well, yeah, but I mean it would only last for another like month and a half when my family gets here, and then it would just stop anyway because I work at night. But no, nothing to promote. I've been playing video games over on my Twitch channel. And I played a little Diablo 4 last night, the new season, and then I was playing Death Stranding 2 prior to that, which I still have to finish. So.
Did they make Diablo good?
No.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. Here's my take on it. I don't even care anymore. I am just playing video games and enjoying them, and I happen to be enjoying this season. I'm not really going much deeper than that. Like I'm almost to the end game to to max level once I get to my Paracon.
I mean, I'm right there with you. I am at the end game of Starfield. I've been playing the shit out of Starfield, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah,
a lot of mods.
Okay, so I actually reinstalled it on my Xbox because I don't have my PC.
Yeah,
and I was just casually playing it, and I'm like, just playing video games, and it's fun and it's fine. Like it's nothing groundbreaking or anything. And but with Diablo, I've been playing a necromancer that's finally just destroying everything. So I'm like, I'm having fun. It's a good time. So
glad to hear that.
Necromancer.
So you're almost in game?
Yeah, I'm level 55, I think.
Nice. I guess I'll fire it up and catch up to you tonight.
Yeah, you probably could. So, but no, if you want to follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/theshagsworth, I'm on there a couple times a week, usually just messing around and chatting.
I've seen a lot of people talking about you as a new Haggard in Harry Potter.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, maybe. Yeah, if they play their cards right, I might sign on. I'm kind of busy right now. Nick Frost is really he's really committed, but he's holding out for me still. But
nice. Anybody else got anything?
Ascendant Art Friday. You gonna be there, Med?
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll do it for us. Make sure to check everybody out wherever you check them out. Shags, again, thank you for being here. Thank you everybody in the chat for being here. Thank you, Eric K, for the $15 in tip. Everybody else, step up your game. You're really behind on that. He's in the lead. And until next time, as we always say here, if you're not being beamed up,
you're being
beamed down.
Nice.
A Machiavelli production.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy? Yeah. Yeah, that's real good, Law Dog, because law just don't go around here.
They keep on calling me, want me to put it down. Oh, baby, run to me, don't go from smile to frown. Hey, Law Dog, law don't go around here. And I say, hey, Law Doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all. And I say, hey, Law Doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all.
I want you to know it's over.
Well, bye.